Hey everybody, this is Jim at SP500chart.com. It is about 4:30 on Thursday afternoon, March 20th, 2014. Hey, I think it's tomorrow's the first day of spring. So let's take a look at the chart here on the last day of winter. After I remind you that the website and the video are for educational purposes only, and nothing stated at the site or in the video is intended to be used as investment advice. I can draw lines on charts, but you have to draw your own conclusions from your own research and make investment decisions that are suitable for your personal financial situation. I am not a licensed financial professional. I'm just a guy that draws lines on charts. And once again, I'm going to make this pretty brief and to the point because there's, most of you have been with me for a while. You've watched the weekend video. So let's just spend about 5 minutes looking at the chart. Okay, just want to point out a couple things. It looks like yesterday we did get a back test on this broken resistance line. We can zoom on that just a little bit closer, and these tops don't line up perfectly, but that's pretty close, and that's very close to a nice back test at that broken resistance line. Now this line was resisting the S&P for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, broke out. Then we had the Fed statement yesterday, 2 o'clock. Boom, came down, bounced right where it should have. Gave up a little bit of that today, late yesterday. See, we had that move up on the bounce, then started to head back down. But today, we started to rally, and where did we come up to? Surprise, surprise. We came to that, I'm calling it 1874. It's 1873 and change, but, we came right back to this line, tried it twice, couldn't get over it. Then, at the end of the day, started to head up again like it wants to give it another go. Now, here's the deal. I think it's pretty simple. If this line breaks, then we will be looking at an inverted head and shoulders pattern right here, roughly. Let me see if I can stretch this out just a little bit. There we go. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And if that breaks, then that should be setting up a move to, let's measure the height of this pattern, to about 1906. However, that will also get us over this line right here, which is at about 1884. And I believe we will likely be looking at this larger area as a pattern as well. And if that's the case, once we get over that, we'd be looking at a target of about 1927. However, as luck would have it, we've got an even larger inverted head and shoulders here that has a target at about 1958. I'll tell you what I'm going to do now. I'm going to snap a line for that target. And as we extend on out here, I've made mention of the fact that we've got all of these resistance lines up here. But if we extend this chart on out for a bit, you can see, and there's that line again, by the way. I'm kind of duplicating the effort here. You can see that from where we are today, assuming we get over this this resistance right here, this is a nice, big, pretty wide open space where there's not a lot that I see to get in the way. So if we can get over that 1884 and start to get into this little area of open waters, we can make that target, and we can be there without having to break any resistance lines. But it would take about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks, and that would put us into May. Interesting to note, just as an aside, that May in the past has a tendency to be a month in which we see kind of a nice spring rally, and then often we see some weakness. We didn't see that so much in 2013. I mean, we did put in a high in the latter to middle part of May and then give up some, but we kept trucking on up. We could go back and look at the chart. Don't really want to get all hung up on the sell in May and go away thing. But I think the important thing for right now is look at these lines of resistance. 1874, let's call it 1884. If we get over these, then we should be setting up a cascade of events that will rally us into the mid-1900s. So guys, let's just call it at that. There's your video for March 20th, 2014. Thanks for taking time out of your day to watch this, and especially thank you for your support.